The National Weather Service has issued a heat advisory. Affected areas in our coverage zone include Coke, TN, Green Tennessee, Severe Tennessee. The primary hazard is excessive dangerous heat. This alert is active for the next 54 hours, and expires Friday at 9 p.m. The National Weather Service has issued a heat advisory. Affected areas in our coverage zone include Cabarrus, Ansi, Catawba, Ansi, Albert, Georgia, Franklin, Georgia, Gaston, North Carolina, Hart, Georgia, Iredell, North Carolina, Lincoln, North Carolina, Mecklenburg, North Carolina, Rowan, North Carolina, Union, North Carolina. The primary hazard is excessive dangerous heat. This alert is starting in 21 hours, and starts tomorrow at 12 p.m. This is a regional radar sweep. We are currently tracking multiple active warning events across our coverage area. Please stand by for localized hazard updates. The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning. Affected areas in our coverage zone include Jackson, North Carolina, Macon, North Carolina. The primary hazard is 60 miles per hour wind gusts and penny-size hail. This alert is active for the next 31 minutes, and expires today at 3:45 p.m. The National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning. Affected areas in our coverage zone include Macon, North Carolina. The primary hazard is 60 miles per hour wind gusts and penny-size hail. This alert is active for a short duration, and
Alrighty, hello everyone, Chief Weather Forecaster Becky Webb here. Thank you so much for tuning in, along with Forecaster David. Let's go ahead here and get started with the latest update here. We have a severe thunderstorm watch that has just now been issued for portions of our upstate South Carolina counties, portions of our southwest North Carolina counties, and portions of our northeast Georgia counties. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning that is currently issued just right outside of Franklin at this point. So this is part of the reason why we're live. So let's go ahead here and get updated on the latest here. This is for east central Macon and west central Jackson counties until 3:45 p.m. Located 6 miles east of Franklin, and is nearly stationary. The hazards with this include 60 mile per hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. I do think, hold on a second. Okay. So again, impacts, locations that are impacting Franklin. So again, this is a severe thunderstorm warning that has just now been issued, headed in towards Franklin. It is nearly stationary. Let's go ahead here and just let it scroll through here. You can see it's just over the same area, which makes that concern for some localized flooding here. Also, we're having David join in here as well. So if you need to jump in, just let me know. So again, we have that severe thunderstorm warning. We're also monitoring. I think there was another storm here. Did they cancel the other warning? I guess they canceled the other warning. No, it was 3:15. My mistake. I completely had the time off there. Yes, I can hear you.
Awesome.
Could you remove your bottom graphics too, so it's not overlaying the same thing?
Yeah, you're right. Sorry about that. Yeah.
You're good. So again, we do have that severe thunderstorm warning issued for the next 27 minutes for east central Macon and west central Jackson counties till 3:45 p.m. Again, this is a stationary thunderstorm. 6 miles east of Franklin, which I'm going to try to see if we have cameras over there. Not really had the best time with NCDOT because certain places that we do have the warnings issued, I've not been able to find the camera. So hopefully, let's cross our fingers that I can find one. Locations include Elijah, Colasaja, and Franklin. So again, it looks like the storm is starting to be weakening here. Let me switch between these two. It's more on the weakening side, but it's not. Yeah. So again, this warning is still in effect until for the next 26 minutes. So Mountain Grove, Pumpkin Town, that's where Pumpkin Town is. All along here, some locations I'm going to try to say, even I don't know how to say this, Rastus, Nis, I don't know how to say that one, so we're just going to act like I can figure out how to say that. Hitchinville, Berry Mill, Colasaja, there's right over Elijah, Mountain Grove. So Franklin's over here, just right towards the west of Franklin. That's where the warning is currently issued for the next 26 minutes. Again, this is a stationary thunderstorm, or nearly stationary for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny size here for Elijah, Colasaja, and Franklin. So definitely be on the lookout. Again, we have the overall view. We have a severe thunderstorm watch currently issued for western North Carolina mountains, upstate South Carolina, and our northeast Georgia locations is in effect for the next 6 hours. So that would probably be until 8 p.m. this evening. So again, if you're in the watch area, just be prepared for pop-up thunderstorms. We're going to be monitoring over here towards Callaway, just see if that decides to develop because the temperatures are relatively warm. Many locations, especially down here towards southwest North Carolina, are in the mid-90s, lower 90s. So we have that environment for strong to severe storms. We're also monitoring this storm towards Sky Valley that could strengthen here. I'm learning a new radar at the same time as this. It's a completely separate one. So I'm trying to figure out how to remember how to use this one because I want to remember how to use the other one before I use that one on air. So again, this storm towards Sky Valley we're monitoring closely has heavy rainfall. Luckily, no lightning is associated with that, but conditions are favorable for a strong to severe thunderstorm, which is where the watch is currently issued in that mesoscale discussion. So we possibly could see the storm intensifying to a special weather statement or warning within the next 15 or 20 minutes. David, do you have any updates?
Yeah, sure. So once again, as Beckett's been saying, guys, we have a ongoing severe thunderstorm warning here in our area. Severe thunderstorm warning here for Macon and Jackson counties right now for portions of North Carolina. This is until 3:45 here. So again, 60-mile-per-hour winds and penny-sized hail with this weather alert that we're monitoring. It's going to be radar indicated, so nothing too crazy happening. And checking if we have anything like rotating or anything like that. Nothing's picking up on here right now. Also, it's a little bit far for us to detect rotation from this storm, but still, we are going to continue to monitor the storm as it is progressing. Pretty much just stationary. And they're also keeping our eyes on this new storm here that's firing up right now. A new scan came in. You can see it's still starting to develop just slightly, but it is also moving a little bit slow. So almost stationary too. So we'll have to keep our eyes on these storms too. But these storms, as they're kind of just sitting here, they might potentially create a low-end localized flood risk potentially if they're just sitting here. So we'll have to keep our eyes on that throughout the next little bit. We're also watching some newer activities starting to get going to the northwest of our severe thunderstorm watch 2 at the North Carolina and Tennessee state line here. So we're going to have to, again, watch that here throughout the next little bit to see if these have any potential of becoming something. But for now, this is what we're watching. And then again, a severe thunderstorm watch continues here for our neck of the woods here for the next little bit. Severe thunderstorm watch. Again, it's going to be for our southwestern counties and our western counties as well across our area. So again, we will continue to monitor all this closely. So again, keep it here on Highland Weather for the latest on these storms. But once again, that severe thunderstorm warning still continues to persist out here in North Carolina. And also on top of that, today, if you guys are wanting to know what today's weather risk is today, we have a level 1 risk of severe weather where the severe thunderstorm warning is at, but there's a level 2 risk of severe weather clipping our western counties. So yes, where that level 2 risk of severe weather is at, that's where we're expecting the higher risk of seeing stronger storms that could produce a bit of a larger hail potential and even some gusty winds. And then also for our area here in the Asheville area, we also have a marginal risk. So here in Asheville, we could have some strong storms coming in, maybe even a severe storm later today. So we'll also have to pay attention to that. And then if we take a look at today's flood risk, we actually do not have one. So that's good news to see with that. But again, we'll continue to monitor everything closely with these storms. Again, severe thunderstorm warning here continues for the next little bit. Again, severe warning will go all the way until 3:45. So here for about another 25 minutes or so across our neck of the woods.
All right, thank you, David. Also, I tried your radar. It really glitched up the computer, so I'm having to switch back over to our secondary source. I don't know what's going on with that. So let's go ahead here and take a look at the latest updated information here on this severe thunderstorm warning. This is towards Franklin. Again, this is nearly stationary. It has about 20 minutes left. Let me switch between these two. I think out of all, and David, tell me if I'm wrong, I think the storm towards Franklin is starting to dissipate. I couldn't get that word out for some reason.
Yeah, it looks like it is. I'm not seeing much.
Okay. Just making sure I was reading that correctly. So we'll probably see either this warning will be allowed to expire or we'll see a possible cancellation out of this within the next 15 minutes or so. I'm curious to see. But again, we're tracking this storm towards Sky Valley. Luckily, we don't have any lightning strikes yet associated with this. So it's just some heavy rainfall headed in towards War Woman, Wildlife Management Area, Mountain City, Dillard, Sky Valley. So just be prepared over there. If you're hiking or anything like that, just watch out for some brief period of moderate to very heavy rainfall. Let's run this through. Let's see if it's no, it's moving. It's not stationary. So just be prepared for that. It looks like that is also starting to dissipate as well. We got some storms outside of the viewing area towards Hiwassee, near the Chattahoochee Oconee National Forest. I'm just going to go ahead and talk about this one just really quick because this is not looking like a great storm. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail towards Blairsville, Young Harris, Morganton, Hemp, Margate, Blue Mountain Shelter, Brasstown, Bald, Notary Dam, Hurst, Ivy, Log, Loving, Jones Creek, Woods Hole Shelter, Low Gap Shelter, Dow, Old Town. I'm trying to figure out how to say these words. Vogel State Park, Track Rock, Blood Mountain Shelter, and Culberson. So again, you got 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail associated with that headed in towards Blue Ridge. So I know a few of the family members that I have is towards Blue Ridge, so definitely want to make sure you are seeking shelter there. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail is associated with that. Out of all here within our viewing area, we got this one I'm closely monitoring. We got like one lightning strike so far detected towards the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Some light to occasional moderate heavy rainfall is falling, so just be prepared for that. Remember, when thunder roars go indoors, I mean, out of all, I think we're on the calm side here. We're just monitoring this storm here, which is weakening. I'm switching between these two radar sources, GSP and Morristown. Is definitely starting to see it dissipating, and the GSP radar is also we don't see any lightning associated with it from either side of the radar too. So I'm curious to see, are they going to cancel this or are they going to just let it expire? So again, I would probably still say seek shelter towards Shookville, Genesis. I don't think I'm saying that correctly. Erastus, you guys are in the clear. You guys are perfectly fine. Elijah, I think you're out of all in the clear, but just be mindful. You got a system towards your west, storm towards your west. Not lightning associated with that, but we're continuing to monitor it closely. Just because of that warning, Franklin, Colossacha, Berrymill, Hidgenville, I don't know if I'm saying those correctly. East Franklin. Just take extra precautions in case this warning, in case the mountains are blocking some sort of way and making it look completely different from our side. Just make sure you seek shelter a little bit for just a little bit longer, for at least 17 minutes. Out of all, should be relatively fine whenever that warning expires. But I think out of all, besides that, we have nothing else. Let's see here. I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. Again, we're monitoring this storm towards Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and we're going to stay on the air until this warning is set to expire here towards Franklin, because that's part of the reason why we're on air at the first point. Also going to watch this storm here just to the north of Hayesville. That is outside the viewing area, but still going to monitor that and keep you updated on the latest. These are the main 3 storms that we're watching here towards Great Smoky Mountains National Park, Franklin, and Clayton. So again, just be prepared for that. We also got hot temperatures here through much of the viewing area. We're talking about lower 90s in the western North Carolina mountains, mid 90s there towards the upstate and central portion of South Carolina. And it's going to get even hotter too. We're going to talk about temperatures even reaching the lower 100s for highs towards the upstate and central portion of South Carolina. So just be prepared. You got some hot temperatures starting to push their way, continue to push their way through. Just got a scan here. Again, I'm probably going to say the National Weather Service and Greenville-Spartanburg will probably let this warning either. So it's probably for, let me make sure, it's for 15 minutes. I would probably say they should cancel it, but they're probably just going to let it expire. So Franklin, you're just getting some isolated moderate to occasional heavy rain showers. But I think out of all, the lightning risk has substantially dissipated. Same towards Mountain Grove. Elijah, I would probably say you guys are out of all starting to get into the clear too. So again, just definitely want to watch out for that. And again, we have this watch currently issued. So we're probably going to see more storms pop up throughout the next couple of hours here. But this one towards Clayton, just to the north of Clayton, the Mountain City, Dillards, and Sky Valley is really starting to dissipate, and we're probably not going to see anything out of that, at least for the next 15, 20 minutes or so, but we'll continue to monitor that. We're just waiting to see here what the National Weather Service in Greenville-Spartanburg decides to do. Just checking on the other side over here, just making sure I'm not missing anything here. So they're just keeping it for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. I don't think there's any Brindletown for that matter. Definitely want to watch out for some heavy rain showers starting to push your way through here. I think out of all, trying to just scan around here, just see if we have any concerning ones. We're also going to monitor the storm towards Columbus here. Let me make sure. We're on the Morristown or GSP radar? We're on the GSP, right? I think. Okay. So we're going to monitor the storm here. Definitely watching this storm, especially towards the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, because a lot of visitors are currently there, and that's one of our main concern areas. Even if there's one lightning strike, it is relatively concerning. So again, like we always say, when thunder roars, go indoors. Definitely want to seek the appropriate shelter. You can see these storms are starting to intensify as it reaches outside of the viewing area. So again, over here towards Elijah, Georgia, and Blue Ridge, take extra precautions because you got a severe thunderstorm starting to push their way through. Towards Elijah, you got about 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail with that storm. So seek shelter for that. And the reason why we aren't talking a lot about these storms over here is we don't serve. We serve Clayton all the way towards Decoa. I think, all the way towards Decoa, Hartwell, and Alberton, just along the North Carolina or South Carolina, Georgia state line and portions of the North Carolina state line. So we don't serve that far. We're on the national network here. So we'll see. And they let the warning expire or cancel. and that was as expected. So again, that warning has been canceled. Franklin, you guys are in the clear. Positive news there. We'll continue to monitor the storm just to the north of Clayton. Towards East Tennessee, it looks like this storm here towards the Great Smoky Mountains is starting to dissipate. Just out of all, looking fine. Let me make sure, just check on my side before we decide to jump off here for the next couple of minutes. I think we're okay. Yeah. All right, everyone. I'm Chief Weather Forecaster Becky Webb here. Thank you so much for tuning in. David, do you have any updates so far? And I also can hear my sound, to just be prepared whenever I switch it over. David, do you have any updates?
Sorry about the echo there. Yes. I'll figure the echo there. Sorry about that. So again, severe thunderstorm warning was allowed to drop off. It's taking a second to load on mine, but again, the alert was allowed to drop off, which is fantastic news. We are going to continue to monitor these little isolated stuff starting to get going around the state line here and see if that has any potential. But as of now, there's not a whole lot else to show or really speak about for right now. But of course, we are going to, I believe we're going to be on standby mode just in case we need to come back on air and do some more updates. If we do, we will be here with you for the very latest.
All right, I'm Chief Weather Forecaster Becky Webb here, along with Forecaster David. Thank you guys so much here for tuning in. Keep it tuned to Highland Weather, because we have a 24/7 monitoring system that will activate with any warnings get issued. So if we miss something, I mean, we'll be on standby throughout much of today, but you can have that secondary source for the latest information there. I'm Chief Weather Forecaster Becky Webb here. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll keep you with the latest look at the radar. We'll jump it into the advertisement, and then we'll get to the 24/7 monitoring system. And again, whenever any warnings get issued, me and Dave will be live until that warning is set to expire. Again, thank you so much for tuning in.